My question is, you know how after the Oprah interview till this day, even
Mm.
on the comments, people will be like, she ruined the royal, like Megan is getting blamed. Well, she said this about the royal family. She said this, she ruined the royal family. Was that the same energy they gave Diana after the interview? Did they tell her, oh, she ruined
Of
the
the
family?
panorama.
Yes, yes. Was that the same energy they gave her?
No, no, they
She
don't.
got a lot of flack from
Okay, okay,
the royalist sort of politicians.
okay.
Nicholas Soames,
And,
who's I think the grandson of the late Winston Churchill,
and
he said some particularly really revolting things. She's mad. She's mad. She needs to be locked up.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
but the
So
difference is,
there was a, but these were always Team Charles. These people.
But
Okay.
hold on a minute,
Yeah.
Ali. Is he not
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm.
same guy? Then when she passed away, he trying to talk nicely about her, and some people insulted him. Wasn't it him?
Yes, they
Okay.
reminded him.
Yeah,
They
they
reminded
reminded
him.
him what he said, and they told him to shut
Yes,
the f off.
yeah, the things that you said
Yeah.
about the mother of a future king. Be quiet and sit down.
and one of the reasons they blame, and
Ah, I
one of the
see.
reasons, and one of the reasons they blame Megan, like, racism, of course. But one of the reasons they blame Megan is because they, like, I think it was you that I wanted to discuss one day about how
Mm-hmm.
they empathize Harry, how they see him as a child, not as a grown man that's 40,
Yeah.
2 children, effing his wife on a regular basis, going out living his life. They don't look at him that way. And because
Yeah.
when Megan came in, okay, she broke that image of her, what they seen him as. Okay, they
Mm-hmm.
always had this thing where he's a silly bumpkin. He's a drunk. Okay, he's unintelligent. He's a buffoon,
Yeah,
silly boy. That kind of thing. And then when Megan came in, okay, and from the minute they stepped out in that first interview, they looked and said, "That is not the same guy we've seen before.
exactly.
Who is this
Yeah. And
man?"
also speaking of intelligent, when I listen, like again, I don't listen to it. When I see clips, I can't and watch this is the one that's supposed to be the smart one. When he speaks in interviews, he comes across so unintelligent. Like I said, like it's hard to describe. Like he is not
It's like
smart.
he's
He
reading a script.
Yes, and not only a script, like somebody who is very good at reading scripts. There's a lot of people who are good at doing speeches and their speeches are written, but he cannot
Mm.
even deliver what's written for him. Like the
Yeah.
guy that said he couldn't read, now I really believe that. And
Yes.
Well, that's what even the royal reporters have said when they said
yeah, when doing
when they
interview,
with
he's
William.
very, very like a 12-year-old. He's not
Yeah,
intelligent at
William
all.
is. They say William is very humorless, and it's not the same when it's with Harry. Harry, it's very spontaneous, very natural. It's effortless. Harry makes the job look effortless, whereas with William, yeah, you don't know what mood he's going to be in, and because of that, you kind of have to tread around him. Whereas with Harry, it's like, okay, guys, we've got a job to do. Let's do it. Let's get on with it. And yeah, that's why all these people. I think the press here, the reason why there's a lot of them are really, really, really angry with Harry is because they miss him. They miss him, and they're now lumbered with the one that most of them don't enjoy covering. They
I
don't
don't
really
think they.
enjoy covering William.
I don't think they miss Harry in that way. I think they misusing Harry for
As a
him.
bait, yeah, as a bait, yeah,
That's
for
what
him.
they
Also,
miss.
they miss the money that Harry made them.
Yes,
And they
that's
missed
what.
the
Harry was the
shield. He's a
star.
shield. He was a shield for him because now, to be honest, all of these things that I'm seeing about him, I never paid attention to him anyway. But it's more
Mhm.
glaring. It's more visible now because the
Yes.
shield is gone. There is no
Yeah.
cover. They used to
Yeah.
use Harry as a shield, and now I see him, William, as unintelligent,
And you see,
like
that's
uncharismatic,
the whole point,
dumb,
Aisha.
like all those things. Like I
Yeah.
never used to see it as much as I see it
Exactly, but
now.
that's why we say William's not very clever.
No, he's
Because if you were
not. He's
clever,
not.
you would not have pushed your brother out, because now that he's
Exactly.
out, you wanted the space all for yourself, and you've now exposed yourself. Your
Yes.
deficiencies are
If it's
there
true
for
what you guys,
everybody to see.
if it's
Yeah,
true what
he
you guys
Your
cannot
say,
handle it.
shortcomings,
but
your
if
Yeah,
it's true
weaknesses, your
what
deficiencies, everyone
yeah,
can see them.
But if it's
yeah,
true
yeah.
what you got, look, if it's true what you guys say that he's brought up to think this way and he's gonna be king and that he don't owe
Yeah,
anybody,
in a bubble.
why
Yeah.
okay, why would he ever think that Harry is the star when he been told all his life?
Oh, he knows. That's
Okay,
one thing I'm going
so
to tell you right now, Birdie. He always knew, like, because
Yeah,
he's not blind. He always knew Harry was the star.
but
What
yeah,
he didn't expect is he never expected in a million years that Harry will pick up and leave, even
yeah,
though he pushed
but
him
see,
out. Let's be clear
yeah,
about this. He pushed him out, but he thought no matter what he does, no way he will run. He will come back
yeah,
because people in that family don't usually leave. You know what I'm saying? They will always choose the crown because there's nothing better. That's how they're raised. They're raised to think there's nothing better out there, better than being part of that crown. But
yeah,
then Harry has proven no, it's the opposite. And one thing he's more upset about is the fact now the whole world knows that the crown is not all that. They're miserable.
and
And
that's another
also
thing,
they're poor, they're cash poor.
and that's
And
another
that's
thing.
another thing. Now everyone knows that, and that's one thing they never wanted people to know. They wanted people to fall for the facade. Oh, this is a palace, it's glamorous. No, it's all BS.
And
It's not
and
real.
Megan said,
You know
"Hey,
what I
it's
want
like
to know
all
though?
the glitters is not gold."
I want to know what was in that text. Remember in the Harry and
I'm,
Meghan docuseries, after they'd watched the Oprah interview air, and then the next day it was the aftermath, and
Yeah, yeah.
she was on
And
the
she said, it's
computer.
your brother, it's your brother.
No, no,
I'm
no.
not.
She was talking to Tyler Perry, and then Harry
Oh,
came and showed her his phone, and she went,
oh,
"Oh,
He said something probably
Tyler,
to
can I
hurt
call you
his
back?
feelings.
We'll call you back." And then she went over and hugged him. I want to know what the
nah, it's a
hell.
nasty, nasty
Yeah,
text message. I bet he
I'm
still
sure
has
it
it.
was something
He
to
probably say to Harry, "You are dead to me."
Something
yeah,
like that. But
no,
I mean,
look,
I'm sure
look.
he's heard
He
that
probably
before.
said, "You're dead to me, just like mom." I'm telling you,
Yeah,
yeah,
he
maybe.
said it on
probably.
that message.
Yeah, when he wants to hurt him, he always brings up their mom.
Mom, yeah,
Remember in the beginning of the book, he said that.
yep.
He
But it
said,
must
"Yo,
have been something
yeah,
really awful because the way that
yeah."
Harry just
He looked
completely was.
broken. Yeah, he looks
Yeah,
broken.
yeah,
And
Yeah,
Megan,
he's a
absolutely.
piece. William is a piece of work. Like
Oh, he's a
anyone
piece of shit.
around him, like they must be miserable. I mean, sometimes I try to feel sorry for and I don't feel sorry for her, but like as a human being, she must be miserable because that guy, can you imagine behind closed door how he treats her? My
Mm.
gosh, the way he treats her in
He's an
exactly
idiot.
public.
like
He's
that
an
too.
idiot. He's an idiot.
Yeah,
I mean, even those comments that he made at BAFTA when he was speaking to the actress who played a great victim. But it was just like, why? What?
yeah,
He's a moron. He's a moron.
And
I
yeah,
can't say he's
that's why
socially
I said
awkward.
that even with the attacks and everything, what I'm saying is that yes, he knew Harry was the star. But it's the fact that they drilled into him that he's going to be able to control her. That Harry was never going to leave, like almost like an ownership. He's the spur. He's supposed to
yeah.
be here for me.
It belonged to him. He was supposed to be his spare forever. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's why I said that he never was really supposed to even get married or find love because they were sabotaging all his relationships
they
anyway.
did. Yeah,
And
they
so
did.
the whole thing is that when this woman walked in, she was biracial black, intelligent, education, money, all the things if that's the list is true, all the things
Yeah,
she was when they walked out of that day, you didn't see that old Harry that was from TJ Maxx. Okay,
yeah,
you
yeah.
seen a different man that strutted with confidence. Okay,
Yeah,
you seen a man that was loved. Okay, like
He outgrew, basically what happened is he outgrew his position. He
yeah,
was never supposed to grow. He was
yeah,
supposed to stay there and be the shit. He was supposed to be, if he had stayed around and he never met a woman like Megan, he would have ended up like what's going on with Andrew right now, not with the other
Yeah,
stuff,
no, I don't.
yeah.
but
I
just
don't
the
believe that.
position.
I don't
Yeah.
believe that. I think he wouldn't be here on this earth. I do.
Well, yeah, and that too. But he would have been like one of those, the spare, and then he's just there to be used as a shield.
Yeah,
But then that will never happen to Harry because they knew he was his mother. They knew that since they were little. Yeah, they've been trying to suppress it. That's why they sent him to the military. That was a punishment. I've always said that. Sending him to the military was a punishment that became a blessing. It was supposed to be a punishment, and it turned out to be the biggest blessing ever. That wasn't something they wanted to do. They did because of they wanted to help him. No, that was
Mm.
something. Go away, right? Go away because you're taking all the press and all this. But then that turned out to be the greatest thing ever, because that's what
Yeah.
happens sometimes. So that's what I think.
And also the press know now that Meghan and Harry, they're stronger than ever before. They're never going to break those two up. Never.
What they
Never,
actually,
never, never, never.
what they actually, the press did one thing that was really great, and that's the fact that it shows you the power of the press and how it really do shape people's life. Two, it tests relationships, how much they can control of your life and how much they can't.
Mhm.
These two people show that they're in control of their lives, because if they would
Yeah.
be responding to everything these fools say, they would have so much more negative attention, because there would be that back and forth of he said, she said. Okay, they're doing the background work to squash the media. Okay, my thing is Harry was never supposed to go out and live this life, and not just this life, to be successful, to be that true king. I'll put it that way. Harry is the definition of what you, if you have to have a king. Harry is the definition of what you would want in your king. This man sees that every day of his freaking life. Okay. And that's why I say that his mental status is messed up. Okay. Same way with Kate. Okay. People make comparison to his brother and him and her and his wife. People make comparisons saying, why aren't these two more charismatic? Why aren't people cheering for them? They don't
Mhm.
understand that these people don't have any sympathy. They don't have any heart. They don't have any love. They don't know what to do. Anything. They don't know how to give unconditionally. They don't know any of that. That's why the attacks, like I say, they can put a stop. Him and his father, all of them can put a stop to this right now. But because they're butthurt that they're not that people, they're going to take it out on the people and try other people and try to hurt them, even though they don't know. It's making it worse for them. Okay, they're looking stupid, petty. Okay, and first of all, who really cares about this family? They're a bunch of pedos and thieves. Okay,
And
if
you
you
know
Yeah.
don't know
what,
about this
guys?
family,
You know
I'm
there is
telling
going to
you,
be a film about
Hmm.
Andrew.
you
It's
know
coming.
the
I'm
what?
There's
sure.
going to
I'm
be
sure.
a motion picture about Andrew,
No, it
and it's
should be a
going to.
documentary. I don't want any
No,
movies. I want a
Oh, there'll be that as
documentary.
well. There will
Yes.
be that as well, but there will be a script written, which
Yeah.
they will cast with an actor, and yeah. But their documentary definitely is coming.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I did.
Charles's documentary. What was
how
it?
did
What's
that
it called again?
documentary do, by the way? How did
Was
that
it a
documentary?
flop? Was it a flop?
It was
Wait a
top
minute,
10
buddy.
in Ireland and the
Really?
UK,
What
but
Yeah.
is it
apparently,
about?
yeah,
What did they do
but
in the
apparently
UK?
everywhere else it didn't chart top
What is
10.
it
I
about
think it's
anyway? What is
about
it about?
his
It's
King's Trust.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? A lot of people think that's a good charity. That's supposed to be his passion project. I don't know enough to say anything about it, but he's a terrible father. And to
I
me,
thought it
like
was
I
about
said,
his environmental work.
no,
Is
it's
it
about
about
his
his environmental
charity.
work?
Yeah,
My
the recent
God.
Is it
film,
not
the
the
one
one
that
he
he
was
There's
had.
doing with Idris Elba? Is
yeah,
that the
that's
Yeah,
one?
on Netflix.
that's for
Yeah.
Netflix. That's for
Oh,
Netflix.
This
that
the
one's
other one is
okay.
on
Oh,
Prime.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that
Okay,
one.
this
okay.
one on
My
Prime was
bad.
about his environmental work, and then the King's Trust is the one on Netflix,
Oh,
which
that's
is
gonna
Oh,
be
I
on
see.
Netflix. Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm
that's
getting it
supposed
all
to be
mixed
his
up.
passion project. That's supposed to
Mm.
be his. This is the thing with Charles. Like I said, any man that couldn't handle his family, I don't trust anything that comes from you. I don't believe anything you say. I don't look at you as a man. I look at you as a waste of a
You know,
piece of whatever. So I
because
don't have
And
any
you,
respect for him. I don't care if he helped Idris Elba, which I don't believe he did. I think he would have been who he would have turned out to be who he is, regardless if he
Oh,
was
he's a
mad or that.
bootlicker. Idris is a.
Exactly,
But he
exactly.
went. He went with Charles today. Was it today? Yeah, they went to some film
My God,
school,
today,
and
whatever.
he took Idris with him.
Oh,
Blah.
please. He's
I
just
was just like,
using
what?
him as
pull
the
out the
black
black
guy.
guy
He's
when you
using him
need
as
that.
the
Hey,
black guy. Yeah.
Pull out the black guy when you need to get
Yeah, exactly.
some
So that the
attention.
people can be like, oh, he's not
Pull out the
racist. Are
black
you
guy.
kidding?
Pull out the black.
Yeah, exactly. Bring
But
out the black guy. Yeah,
Can I
yeah.
just add this? he was the one who said something about Jesse Jackson too. So I'm like, I'm side-eyeing
Really?
everybody.
Yeah,
Who,
Who,
Idris
who,
did?
who?
No,
and Charles, if Charles thinks
Charles.
Oh,
that he,
Charles. Yeah, Charles is racist. Like, listen.
What did he say
When,
about Jesse Jackson?
what did you say?
No,
What
he
did?
no, he was just saying that, just complimenting him and speaking highly of him. And anytime he says anything about a person,
Yeah,
I
it's
side
fake.
eye him because
It's fake. It's
it
fake. He
doesn't
doesn't
match.
believe any of it.
It
Yeah,
doesn't match anything that he
Mm.
does.
yeah.
It's sort of
it
like,
doesn't add up. They
Doesn't
can't.
add up.
Yeah, they can't say that they care about something and then on the opposite spectrum do the complete opposite. You can't tell me that you care about mental health and then trash your brother and sister-in-law.
with
Okay,
But
mental
when it
health.
came down to it, oh, he's not racist. He likes black people, right? But when it came down to it, when he got too close, his grandchild was going to be a little bit of black. Look what happened, right? See how they
Hmm.
reacted, and that should tell you everything you need to know. And if you still think that Charles cares about black people, you're an idiot.
no, they would.
But you
Please.
know what? Here, the press here, for many years, kind of, they didn't outright say it, but they kind of alluded to Charles having had a bit of a fling with Sheila Ferguson from the 3 Degrees. When will I see you again? Yes.
Really?
Yeah. There was
She
apparently
black?
he was really
I don't know who
into
she
her,
is.
and she's kind of said that. Oh yes, Charles, he's a big fan.
Is
That
she
means
is
that
she
means
is
he
she
likes
black?
race.
She's
That means
black,
he
yeah,
likes race play.
I don't believe that one for 1 second.
You know what?
yeah.
Charles could be into race. Look, Charles could be
I
into race
don't.
play.
These
Okay.
people be lying. Oh my gosh.
But see, this is what my thing is. Charles is a sorry excuse for a man, a father, okay, a husband, okay. He's a sorry excuse for a man. I do not think people understand. To my interpretation of a man, that every woman should want is a man just like Harry, whether he's black, Asian. That's what women want. Okay, they want the love, the attention, the respect. Okay,
Mm.
they want the support. Okay, they don't want to be seen as objects, not all the time, but just sometimes, But it's the fact that that's what you want. You want to
Yeah,
feel
Harry
something.
set a very high bar.
Yeah, but this is the thing.
I think he set a
No,
bar that
Harry didn't set
a
a
lot of
bar.
women are
No,
like, I
but
want that.
see, that's the thing, Ali. He didn't set a bar. He decided I can be this person. I want to be this person. I
Mm.
want to. When Megan said that when they was in Venezuela, that when all the lines were run, whatever, that
Oh, wait, Botswana? Yeah.
that he would keep her safe. And then when they went to that Halloween party, she said, "I'll just remember what you said." When she said that things to him, she expected him to keep his word. Can you imagine if he didn't keep his word, how devastated she would be?
Oh
That
yeah,
this
she'll be
man finally,
crushed.
if we
Mm.
all would have been pretty devastated if he wasn't the man that we thought he would have been. Let's be honest. But he worked at being that man. It shows that all men can be this. That's what's the most pissiest part about.
Basically, yeah, he is the kind of man that his mother was looking for her entire life.
Yes.
And she
Yeah.
raised, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what's beautiful about it. He's basically, what he's giving Megan is what his mother craved, because all the
Yeah,
documentaries that I've seen of Diana, she was just searching for true love and she
yeah,
never got it. And now
yeah.
her son gets to live it. Like, it's amazing. It's really amazing.
And he
He's
gets
the husband that Charles never was for his
Yeah,
mother.
exactly.
what you say,
Exactly. And that's
Diana?
all his mother wanted.
What you say,
Yeah,
Diana?
What is
absolutely.
anything?
But was it Charles's fault or was it his mum's fault for not allowing him to marry
To
the
marry
person he
Camilla,
wanted
because
to
Camilla was
marry
a
in the
street.
first place?
Yeah, I mean, Camilla was a street. And she wasn't pretty as well. You know, you have to be presentable for the
It
crown.
wasn't even
I
that.
think
It was because she was used goods.
she wasn't.
Camilla was one of those
You had too
girls.
many miles on her.
Everybody had a bit of Camilla on the polo circuit. What was it Nene said? Her clit had left her body in 1969, child.
I think it was deeper than that. I don't think that was just what it is, because I don't think they cared that much about that. It's because she was ugly. I'm sorry. That's one of the
Well,
reasons.
apparently,
Because she
yeah, you see,
she couldn't
apparently, what
stand
was it,
next to him.
Prince Philip
Yeah.
told him. He said, "You do know that we're never going to agree to you marrying Shand Kidd, or that was Camilla Parker Bowles' name, Camilla Shand Kidd, and
That's her name.
yeah, that was yeah, and he said she will be not only your undoing, but she will be the undoing of this family. And Charles was like, but I need to have my person.
Yeah. But I think his marrying her was a revenge to his parent. I think he was resentful for them not letting him marry her in the first place.
I
So
think
everything that's happening now is a
Camilla's very
resentment.
manipulative. I think
Yeah.
Camilla's very manipulative, and she felt that his parents, particularly the Queen, had disrespected her. Because you've got to remember, even the day that they got married, him and Camilla, they got married in that registrar's office, and then they had a reception, and
She didn't show up.
the Queen attended the reception, but apparently she went into one of the other rooms to watch her racing. She loved her horse racing. And then when they were doing the toast in the actual, the room, she came in, the Queen, smiling. And Camilla thought, oh, she's coming to sort of join us and congratulate us. And she went, I won, my horse won. And Camilla was really upset. She said, you ruined my wedding. You ruined my moment.
Well, she didn't show up at the wedding, huh? She didn't show up at the wedding.
But even prior to that, Camilla, because Camilla was his official girlfriend, and she used to attend, functions.
All the stuff in the background,
and the family. But apparently, Camilla was never allowed to sit in the vicinity of the Queen. She had to sit at the back.
My God, today.
Yeah, and that stung. That stung.
I think how Philip really bashed. Philip was the one that sent him to Gordonstown, and he always looked at him as he's weak and he needed to be toughened up. I think he had a lot of resentment towards his father, and I think Camilla is a revenge. Yeah, it's a revenge of that.
I think he resented both his parents. He certainly didn't have much love for his mother, because when she died, what did he do? He opened up Balmoral, her precious special place in the world, Balmoral. He's now making money by opening it up to people. They can come and visit, going to all the rooms, and he's charging a lot of money for 100 and something. You also get an afternoon tea thrown in, so you can sit down and have some tea and some jam from the Duchy of Cornwall. But he's also was selling off all her prized horses. He was selling them. So that's not the actions of a loving son at all.
No, he wasn't a loving son. He couldn't wait. He was waiting 7 years. He couldn't wait for her to go.
Yeah, sorry guys. Let's welcome new people. PC23. You all right?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good, yeah. So I'm just picking up royal deception and producing mental health. Well, mental health can affect anybody. It really can. But I think, I'm not a fan of the royal family whatsoever. Okay? Because I actually seen months ago with Prince William going to some house in Wales and talk with a woman who I can't mind, but someone took their own life and all, and then he was trying to raise funds of people like me and you, just common people, raise a charity so everybody can donate to this charity, But also, when you're living in the most expensive house in the world, Buckingham Palace, which is worth £400 million, and the biggest landowners in the world is not the Vatican, a Roman Catholic, but it's under the crown.
The biggest land thieves in the world.
Yeah. Exactly.
Say it like that.
Yeah.
Well, they own a lot of property in New York, apparently. They own a lot. And that's the reason why they're like, we can't let go. We don't want to let America go, because they've got a lot of property investment
Yeah.
I
They
What does
basically,
it matter? They own all these houses and they're rich and they're this. When I look at them, I don't see rich. They're still poor. Anyway, go ahead.
yeah, Rich, yeah, they're just being used, you know? You know what I mean? Like, even, like, I have a mortgage, okay? I have a mortgage. And see, in the print at the back of my mortgage, I do not own my house. I do not own it. I only rent it for 99 years. I don't own this house. I don't own this land I bought.
Bunny, can you mute
Yeah, it goes
Mimi?
back
I
to
think she's
Crown.
asleep.
Everything
Is it
goes back to
Mimi?
Crown.
I think she's asleep.
That's
Oh,
okay.
okay.
She sounds nice. Let her rest.
Guys, I'm gonna have to jump down. I'm gonna love and leave yous. It's now what, 15:15? Yeah, I'm gonna be up in like 3 hours.